I know I look a mess, but it is what it is. So, I've not been great at these vlogs recently. A lot of shizzle going on. Not good shizzle either. I didn't want to make it all about moaning, but it just seems that it's like, the way I can describe it, being on a vicious roller coaster that you've not paid for and you can't get off. So, it's week six. I think week 6 after the seizure now. And I think this is like, I mean, it's only Tuesday today, but like the last week where I've actually felt like a human. But there's a lot of stress going on, and it scares me because that's what sets off my epilepsy, that sets off my fibro, that sets off my anxiety. So I'm trying to keep it like not all under wraps and secret, but at a low. I've decided not to protect people no more because they make their own decisions. They have to face the consequences. So we've just done week 7, I think, of counselling. My counsellor was like, I'm not happy to leave you just yet. I think we've still got a bit more work to do. Because it's only supposed to be 6 free sessions. So I'm really grateful for her for that, because she didn't have to do that. But yeah. Simon's took it upon himself to be a twat. I think it suits him if I'm in bed poorly, and not downstairs in the main room. I think it suits him, but I don't know, because then he's having to do stuff for me. My hair's a right mess. So I honestly don't know anymore. But he's been skipping work, going to his friend's house, lying to me. And if you suffer with epilepsy, mental health, fibro, a lot of these things are set off by stress. Now, my epilepsy majorly is, like, all my past seizures have been through stress, exhaustion, physical exhaustion. But I've also found out that my fibro, at my trigger points, when I'm stressed, they just intensify. So that is not fun. Yeah, all-time low. He is currently somewhere in Sheffield. I don't know where. I have an idea where, but I don't know for sure. Making a decision on our future. This will probably go out after he's made his decision, but I think I know what the decision is. He just doesn't know how to tell me. And I've just said that to him in a message. And he's gone quiet now. But yeah, I'm giving him time to do his shizzle. So, I feel extremely anxious and extremely uneasy at the moment, and my car rent comes out later this week. He gets paid tonight. I don't know if he's going to give me the money for that. If not, I don't even know where the rent money's coming from. yeah, we've got HelloFresh order came today, so I have plenty of food in case I'm left on my own. I had a tooth out on Monday, which was an awful experience, and I was left all shaky, and I'm still in pain with it now, but again, it is what it is. So I'm pacing myself more with my fibro, but getting stuff done. I just feel I've been taken for granted, and I don't know. I'm lost for words, which is a new one for me. I don't have a problem. But I will get back on with these vlogs. I'm getting my head down into work now. My Avon's still going. My Hello Chestnut with the back to school stuff. Yeah. Gotta come back at some point. And play cricket on Saturday, and all this cricket stuff's here, so let's go. Back at work tomorrow, supposedly. Because he lied about going to work yesterday, he's got uniform on him, so that bit don't matter. I don't know. But I just think if you've got to think about a situation of whether you want to be with someone or not, then there's your answer. Now, 38 years old, the ball's in his court. But it's quite simple, isn't it? If you're having to think about if you want to be with someone, then you don't want to be with them that much. That's my thinking anyway. But it is what it is. Hello. So, update on things. I know I've been quiet for so long. Like, I've had personal issues galore going on. So, update. I'm not going to go into full details. But girls' emotion. I'm getting frustrated with myself because my anxiety's gone up. I'm literally crying all the time. Even though, so me and Simon have split up. But even though it's for the best, eventually, it's just getting head round it all, sorting it all. I've just come out my fibro flare, so I'm kind of trying not to cause another one. Or seizures, because my emotions, my stress caused both. And my last seizure caused a 5-week flare up, so I'm like, so we are amicable. I think we both knew it was coming to this point. Because things have happened, and once the trust's gone, it's just lies. It's not like adultery on either side. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's life, unfortunately, and like a lot of people, money struggles puts a lot of pressure on a relationship. And like, I'm not gonna lie, being a stepmom puts a lot of struggle and pressure on the relationship, and we got stuff. It's not to do with my health, but assumptions from my dad are, and it was an assumption before he knew anything, the comment of, I know what it's like to care for someone. I totally get it. No. Do you know what? That hurt me more, because I was prepared for what was happening between me and Simon. That, my dad's comment, hurt me more. That was one of the comments from my dad's jewelled mouth. My dad literally, the text didn't come through, but he messaged saying he was on his way. I got it 9 o'clock that night. Both blokes had already left. But my dad's main goal was coming round. He didn't know if Simon was going to be here or not, to ask permission if in a couple of months or whatever he could move in. I was like, and do you know what? There'd been no tears up until that point, because I'd got in my head for the days that Simon hadn't been here what was going on, and to spring that on me, I was just like broken. And I was like, you've done this before. You moved me across to the other side of Sheffield, near where my mum, who was helped me, me and my dad had a 3-bedroom house. And yeah, he was leaving his girlfriend. He left his girlfriend for a month, and then slowly, we moved in September. By the Christmas, I had Christmas on my own, and he'd full-time moved back in with his girlfriend, who is disabled, who was an alcoholic, can't do anything for herself. So I was just like, yeah, but me and my dad get on really well, to a point, but he eats like weird healthy stuff. That's just not me, because I ain't got the energy because of my fibro to do it. And as I've probably said before, and I've mentioned it to my counsellors, my mum and dad can't accept my body shape, my body, the way I look, the fact I'm a curvy ass girl, and I'm proud of it. I've accepted it, and if I want to do something about it, I will do something about it. But with having chronic fatigue and chronic pain, I am currently sat on a hot water bottle. My back is sweating, my underboob is sweating, I don't care who knows. I can't do much. I can do house stuff, to the point that yesterday I did my Hello Fresh orders, which was for 3 people, because at the time I ordered it, me and Simon were stuck together. And doing that big meal, I was shaking. I still did the pots afterwards, but I had to crawl upstairs. So, yeah. But I've still lost weight through doing stuff, through anxiety, through my IBS. But I found I am happy at the point I am at, and people need to accept it for me. So I actually said to my dad, because my dad was like, well, if I move in here, I'm going to be constantly like walking on eggshells. Then in the same night I am now, says, well, if you feel that on a regular basis you need to mention that my life isn't a healthy lifestyle as much as yours, if my weight is a problem to you, if whatever, if you need to basically drag me down to make yourself feel better, make a point, you living here isn't an option then. Because I don't want you walking on eggshells, and I definitely don't want to be judged for how I cope and get around my illnesses. And I said, I've spent the last 2 years, this year's been the worst though, and we kind of knew it was over, but I've spent almost mothering to like go to work, got uniform, have you got this, have you done this, have you done that, have you done this job, done that job, trying to get him to help out. And I'm like, do you know what, Dad, this is my time. I'm taking control of my life. I'm having to do what I can in the house. And he's like, but it'd be easier then if I moved in. I said, it would be easy, but I'm not having someone drag me down at the same time. And this is my house. My dad's in debt beyond belief. I said, how are you supposed to contribute though? Seriously. And that's been one of the issues. Like, I don't get as much benefit. When Simon was here, my dad moves in, that goes down even more. Because my dad earns more than Simon did. So, no, I'm not going to discuss my dad's situation on here because it's not fair. But yeah, so me and Simon, it's all amicable. We haven't put anything on social media, really. Not a lot of it, if any of his family are on my YouTube, so they're cool. But he's worried about what people are going to think of him and what have you. But I know he's just phoned me. He's at cricket. He plays cricket with my dad most Saturdays. And he was going to quit, but he's enjoying it. And I'm not one for stopping people doing what they enjoy. So I was like, carry on. And we are main friends. And he's just told 2 of the girls at cricket, who are like my friends, obviously. And they're basically like, it's life. These things happen. And they both said, we're here to support both of you. We're not going to take sides. There's no sides to take. Not one. I'm not going to say one person's done something wrong. The situation was handled poorly, but that's it. That's just like him not knowing how to tell me and without upsetting me, or because he knows it's stress and that sets my epilepsy off and my fibro and stuff. So yeah, like Thursday night was when it ended. The Thursday night was when my dad came around. My dad came around while Simon was still here, and it was just a nightmare. So Thursday night I had 4 hours sleep. So with 4 hours sleep, and then still like kind of working it all out in my head and what have you, my head was just garbage. And so I was fatigued massively, but I pushed myself to do the pots because I didn't want to come down. And I knew someone was coming this morning. My dad picked him up from cricket for here. So I didn't want to come back down to pots this morning. My kitchen was a right mess last night, so I got that sorted. And I've started taking a cup of tea upstairs and just lying in bed from like 7 o'clock. But my pain last night was so bad because like the fibros just like sends the pain to all the pain receptors. So there wasn't a part in my body, even my eyes hurted. Hurted? Hurted. They hurted. So yeah, it was just, so I took some strong medication last night and made sure I had a good night's sleep. I have a little friend for 2 weeks. She's here to stay for 2 weeks. The neighbours are away. But yeah, it's kind of what's going on. I mean, his stuff's still here. He's not gone to his mum and dad yet. He's been staying at a friend's house. So, but like I said, we're staying friends. It's like I had to obviously phone the ESA and the council yesterday, and like the council lady said, it's almost, I mean, it's not like we were married, we'd only been together like 2.5 years, but we'd been through probably as much crap as people who've been together 5 years in them 2.5 years. So yeah, but I found them in council lady was like, unfortunately it's not unusual anymore, but she did, bless her, make sure I was okay, and she's like, right, have you, and so did the ESA bloke. I mean, he had a Welsh accent. Boom, 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 boom. You got me right away, went mate. Welsh accent, sucker, gone. But they both made sure that I was okay, and almost gave me a checklist of, right, have you done this, have you done that, have you done this, have you done that. So that's all sorted. My ESA goes back to a single person's ESA from a week on Wednesday, so hopefully it'll be all good. I just need to, Simon always used to lock everything up at night, because I went to bed literally after tea, because my body's just like, no, I've had enough. And so I'm okay locking it up, obviously, 34 years old. But then I go up the stairs and my mind's like, you shut the blinds, but did you shut the window? And then I have to go back downstairs and check everything. So I'm like, when this becomes my new norm, I'll get used to it and it'll be better. But it's not yet. I just told my mum today. So yeah, that's my update. I haven't really done much this week, so there's not much to update on. I'm seeing my sister on Monday for the first time since May with the kids. So yeah. And then counselling on Tuesday. This could be fun. I know what's going to happen. Because I'm surprised I'm not crying on this. Every time I open my mouth, I'm crying at the moment. But as you could probably tell. But yeah, have a good weekend, everyone. And I will talk to you all soon.